Welcome to Canada, the podcast that helps you prepare for your Canadian adventure with clarity and confidence. Hello, future newcomers, and welcome to your Canadian Prep Zone. You're listening to episode number 11, and it is recorded in August 2025. I'm Emma Charlin, your host and your international mobility coach. I'm here to help you prepare, plan, and thrive in your move to Canada. Today, I'm going to talk about networking in Canada. Perhaps you have already heard this sentence. Without a good network in Canada, you're doomed. Ouch, that's a tough statement, right? But it probably caught your attention, didn't it? It's because there is a lot of truth in that. So now you're wondering, what exactly is a network? How do I build one? And how do I do that from abroad without knowing anyone? Well, that's exactly what we're unpacking today. Let's dive in. First of all, what is a network? A network isn't a fancy club that you have to pay to join. It is simply a group of people with whom you share something. This could be a shared interest, a shared background, a shared workplace, a shared school, or even a good conversation. Your network can be personal or it can be professional. Your network can be 5 people or 500. The key is that your network gives you access to opportunities you wouldn't have on your own. Let me give you an example. Imagine Jessica, who appreciated your work during an internship. She introduces you to Jordan, who just heard that Jack is leaving the company. What's your name? Jade. Because in this story, it seems everyone's name starts with the letter J. All of a sudden, you are in the running for a job that wasn't posted anywhere yet. Why? Because someone thought of you and mentioned your name. That's the power of networking. Wait, is networking pulling strings? Is it nepotism? No, it's not, my friend. It's not the same. Pulling strings or nepotism occurs when someone gives a job or gives a favor to a friend or family member just because they're close, not because they're qualified. It's like skipping the line while everyone else waits their turn. Networking is about creating opportunities. It is about being visible and memorable. When someone in your network recommends you, they aren't giving you a job. They are giving you an opportunity. They're saying, hey, I think Jade is worth meeting. They are putting their reputation on the line to open a door for you. What happens next? That's on you and on you only. If you shine, you earn it. If you flop, well, you own that too. And now, a word from our sponsor. Hey, but there is none. Oh yeah? That's right, I'm the sponsor of the show right now. Today's episode is sponsored by my book, Cost of Moving to Canada, The Ultimate Guide. Would you like to move to Canada, know what expenses to expect, maximize your income, know how to create a budget, all with practical case studies to help you? Read my book, Cost of Moving to Canada, The Ultimate Guide. It's the essential companion you need to have in order to successfully manage your budget and your project in Canada. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tools. In Canada, LinkedIn is your best friend. But what should you do on the platform? Before you send any message, update your profile. I mean it. Update your profile. Update your photo, write a good headline, and add your experience. Make yourself look like someone worth meeting. Once you're ready, start reaching out to people you already know. Reach out to people from your school or who worked at the same companies as you. Some of them may even be in Canada or know people in Canada. Comment on posts from professionals in your field. Like, share, engage. I know, it can feel like you're talking into the void, and maybe that is to some extent. But in Canada, a 2% response rate is actually good. That's one response for every 50 messages. So keep going. However, LinkedIn is not the only place to build a network. Get creative before you land in Canada. Use Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, whatever you prefer. Join webinars in your field. Be active in the chat. Ask questions. Make yourself visible. And don't forget that real life works too. Talk to people. Share your plans. You never know who knows someone. Once you're in Canada, get out there. Don't stay alone in your corner. Go to newcomers events. Volunteer. Take English or French classes. Register with employment agencies too. Every conversation matters. Every one of them. Now, what are the essential qualities that define a successful networker and what characteristics should be avoided? Let's be real for a second. Networking isn't about collecting contacts just like Pokemon cards. It's about building real human relationships over time. Good networkers are patient and persistent. They don't expect immediate results. They show up consistently and they give before they ask. They are genuinely curious about others. They ask thoughtful questions. They follow up in a human way, not a pushy way. For example, they might say, "Hey, just checking in. How did that project go?" Now, let's talk about what doesn't work in networking. Bad networkers rush things. They send a cold message with a resume attached and a line that says, "Are there any jobs available? Please give me one." They only talk about themselves. They disappear as soon as they get what they want. And worst of all, they make people feel used. Please, please, please don't be that person. Networking is like planting seeds. You water them, you wait, you stay consistent, and eventually something will grow. And now, back to a key question. When should you start networking? I would say 6 to 8 months before moving to Canada is ideal. This allows you to develop relationships slowly and naturally. Then reactivate your contacts a few weeks before you arrive. Let them know your landing date. Once you're here, meet people, invite them for a coffee, join a Zoom call, go to events. One conversation could lead to something big. Let me give you 3 takeaways from this episode. First takeaway, your network is one of your most valuable assets when it comes to building a career in Canada. It's not a shortcut. It is your entry point to a hidden job market where nearly 70% of opportunities are never publicly posted. If you ignore this, you're not just missing out, you're working twice as hard for half the results. Second takeaway, networking isn't about asking for favors. It is about building credibility and trust. It is a long game. The goal isn't to get something immediately. It is to become someone others want to help because you have shown curiosity, professionalism, and persistence over time. Third takeaway, you need to start early. 6 to 8 months before landing in Canada is not too soon. By the time your plane touches down, you should already have conversations in motion, contacts to meet, and people who are expecting to hear from you. That's what gives you a head start. It's not your resume, it's your relationships. You can find the notes for this episode in the Learn section of my website, bienvenueaucanada.ca. This will allow you to review the key points of the episode. And yes, even if the name of my website is in French, the articles are in English. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening until the end. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to the podcast, give it many stars, and leave a comment. It will make me happy, but more than that, it'll help new people discover the podcast.